fast forward to now, we have, the company Start Virtual, which is, we help people like yourself, insurance agents, scale their business through, proven, processes, and then, training with virtual talent to help grow your business.
Let's talk about Start Virtual.
Yeah.
So Start Virtual as a company, I'd love to hear the story. I mean, we heard the tentative story of it, from a human necessity, but kind of like where was it? What does it become? What are its best assets? What type of agent do you think could use it? How many VAs do you think that, what do you see the biggest, users use? Just kind of let's talk about this great company that's helping people scale at a very effective price.
Yeah, it's so what I would say, like, just with Start Virtual in general is like, we as a company, kind of are your back office support team to scale and grow your business. Because one of the things that a lot of people, especially as they're becoming new, they're newer in business in general, is, you're used to wearing all the hats, right? You have your, marketing hat, your sales hat, your recruiting hat, your, following up with clients after, and, they didn't fill out something right on the form, and now you have to correct the thing. And, so it's like you have all of those different hats that you have to wear in business. And when you first start, that's normal and that's okay to do everything, because you kind of have to when you first start. But as you start selling, and I don't know, it's probably somewhere between, if you're selling consistently 15, 20 plus policies on a monthly basis, it is honestly irresponsible as a business owner not to have additional support in your business. And, yes, where I'd love to say, you should use Start Virtual. It's like even just having someone in the US, if you're like, that's not a good fit for me, it's like having somebody that's helping you in your business. Because here's the thing is, and these are just just rounded up numbers, but most people, again, you got into this business because you want to make a lot of money. And the way to do that is to be focusing your time and attention on the highest dollar per hour activities that you can be doing, which is probably selling and probably recruiting new agents on your team and training them how to sell. Like, those are probably, is there other things that are like higher value than that? Selling. Yeah, selling. So it's like selling is the highest value thing that you could be doing in your business. And so all of the things that prevent you from selling are what are actually preventing you from hitting the goals financially that you want to achieve in your business. And so, if you're in that range, say you're selling 15, 20 plus policies on a monthly basis, the gap between where you are and where your goal is that you're trying to achieve is not having help in your business to support you in getting there. And that's where, you can come to, a company like Start Virtual, have our team, we have an entire department dedicated to serving insurance agents where, you can come in, whether it's you need additional help with dialing. Maybe you're already crushing at dialing, but it might be helpful to have an additional dialer kind of teeing up additional appointments for you. For essentially just a little bit more than one policy a month, you can have someone on your team that's either helping you book more appointments to sell, or that's helping you save more time so that you can sell more. Because if you look at it as, all of the things that have to happen outside of just, the actual sale of that, obviously setting the appointment with the client, selling the client, then there's all of that back-end paperwork that has to happen after the fact, things that you have to do to follow up with those clients. If you've been doing it maybe for a while and you have clients from a year ago or 2 years ago, are you following up with them to try to sell them, update their policy? Maybe when you were first started, you were too scared to sell them the policy they actually needed, and now you need to come back and sell them the higher policy that their family actually deserves, but you aren't following up with those people because you're stuck in the today of what new business you need to get today. So it's like all of these things, where you can be having your VA do, social media posts, for your business. You can be having, the team member assist in following up with those old clients. You could have that team member be, assisting and making sure, clients are doing what they need to as far as, any underwriting requirements, that you're not chasing those down. Because if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. So at the end of the day, you know, it's a matter of how serious you want to take your business. You know, there's no one that I know that's, you know, achieving, you know, high six figures. I'm not talking just 100 grand a year, but like multiple, like 3, 4, 5, 600,000 plus a year, or into the millions a year, that don't have a team supporting them in their efforts. And if you do find people like that, they don't have a life. They have to work 7 days a week. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, you know, if you're grinding in your business, like you can get there doing it all yourself. But at some point it's like, do you want to build a business that, you know, you can have some freedom with the financials that you're actually gaining as well? Because it's like, if you have to work 7 days a week and you don't have a team helping support you, it's like, you're just going to be grinding every day and you don't get to live a life.
Well, I mean, there's burnout at some point.
Yeah,
You'll get frustrated with what you do, and then you'll move to Portugal and live in a teepee or something, because you'll just be like, I'm tired of dialing the phone all the time. But I mean, there's so many valued points in there. You know, from booking appointments, there's massive merit in that. Like, I know Josh Lockhart has dialers that'll help him. I mean, he writes a significant amount of insurance, but he'll have dialers that'll book appointments every 30 minutes, like 16 appointments in a day, on Saturday and Sunday, or just sometimes on Saturday. He's a great father. He has 2 little beautiful girls, but like, he'll do that and he'll just bang out, you know, maybe he's not going to get a whole lot of them, but if he does 6, 8 presentations on 16 appointments booked on leads that he didn't have to dial, he's doing well. Yeah. His clients are in a better position. And the next thing is your job as a person, right? A business owner is to evolve, right? And if you're constantly doing the simple, repetitive minutia, I think that's a word, right? Minutia?
Yeah, minutia.
Yeah, it's a good word.
Or the BS.
Or the BS.
Either that.
The simple BS of your business, you're not evolving your sales skills, and you're also not evolving your leadership skills, which is one of the most influential factors that you can evolve as a business owner, right? And like, you might... Like, if you're focused on working on your business or in your business or around your business, the concept is there, but you have to also be growing as you, because one of the most important things that we can do as leaders is communicate similar concepts differently. That's what a lot of time good leadership do. It's like, I've heard that sort of ideology before, but they said it differently. And if you're not reading books or listening to podcasts or evolving yourself in other ways, shapes, or form, because you're busy sitting on hold with a carrier trying to change a beneficiary form for 37 minutes, you're literally lighting your future money on fire. You might have a nice little campfire right now, you know, with a couple logs and, you know, and a can of lighter fluid you keep squirting on it, but you're never going to have a gas furnace in your mansion if you don't put yourself in a position where you can continue to evolve and have someone else loading in the wood. Yeah, that came together.
That was good.
Yeah, that came together.
Good.
So that's one of the bigger things too, is yes, use VAs and use team assistants to help handle the tasks of your business so you can sell, but also it was my job in the beginning to make the images and to write the emails and to edit the YouTube videos and to send the texts and to send the posts and make the Slack posts and make the Facebook group and do all the tasks. Like, someone had to learn it so that I could teach someone how to do it.
Yep.
And now I don't do any of it. My job is just to keep growing here and then solve problems, right? I grow here and I solve problems, and when I solve problems, I grow here too. So it's just do you find yourself just solving problems?
I feel like I just live in a world. I feel like I'm a firefighter, but it's not real fires, but it's just, you know, constant fires. It's just constant firefighting.
Constant fires. And not the fun ones that you're building with the gas can that you're sitting around making s'mores with your kids. It's someone's tree burning down in their back lot that you have to go over there and chop it down
and resolve it.
Resolve the burning tree. There's always fires. So, but that you know, the money helps. We're highly paid firefighters, which is a goal as well.
Makes it better.
The big thing, guys, is we're trying to convey is this is a great resource to get support started and also support to scale. I think we have 4 or 6 that our own office uses that does underwriting genies, does back office support, helps China with all kinds of recruiting tasks, helps with graphic design, and then we go and we tweak it a little bit, or our graphic designers actually very good now, which is one of the cool things that you can do is you actually forge a relationship with your team member and you work with them at time, and they're, China's going to go to the Philippines soon and go visit Noah. Yeah, she's going to go visit. Yeah, so it's like, that's a fun part about the business too. So any final thoughts on VAs or business or entrepreneurship or, work hard, don't be average because, it doesn't pay to be average. What do you, any finals? We close this out.
Yeah. It's like, again, it's, you know, if you're serious about growing your business, you know, you have to start looking at like, what are my steps to scale? And, you know, if you're in that, you know, in that bucket of, you know, you are selling, say, call it 15, 20 policies on a monthly basis, and you don't have a team that's starting to be built around you to support you to going to that next level of selling more policies and starting to build your team, you know, go to insuranceva.com, and, you know, the team can kind of assess like what you're doing in your business, get a better understanding of like where you're at and then where you're trying to go. And then we could help, you know, put in the team member that's going to be able to help you accomplish those things that you want to do in your business. Because again, you know, I always talk about this. It's like, if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. And so, you know, for one of the things that I just find that, you know, people sometimes have a hard time with is, you know, especially when they're newer in business, is like spending money on, you know, other team members to do things. They think, you know, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. It's like a lot of people come from those blue collar families, you know, myself included. Like my dad was, you know, he would never hire people for his business. He's just like, and then he would take me to work with him. And he's like, you know why I don't hire people is because if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Right. And so while that can hold true in some cases, you know, if you live in that mindset, you're always going to be limited by what you can do. And the amazing thing in life is, you know, leave to Iceland for 10 days, you know, this Sunday, and, you know, going and hanging out with some friends. And, you know, the great thing about when I'm gone is like our businesses are still going to generate, you know, millions of dollars in revenue while I'm gone out of town. And that doesn't happen because I kept the mentality of, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Yes, did I hire people and they screwed things up and, you know, went through challenges and, you know, learning a lot of things through that process? Yes. But, you know, is it worth it? You know, that's the question that you have to ask yourself. Is it worth it if you never get yourself in a position where you start building a team around you that can help support you so you can create, you know, more money, but then also freedom for yourself as well? So that's the thing. And so if you want to, you know, see how you can put that together in your business, you know, go to insuranceva.com, and our team can, you know, chat with you on it.
Dope. Awesome. Cody, appreciate you, bro. Incredible to see what you have building, and going to continue to, what problems are we going to solve? Are you going to solve next well, don't give it away yet, you know, but, he's a problem solver, and it's been awesome to know him over this. I can't believe I met you when you were 17. Do you want to tell him where you were working at when you first started at MLM?
Dude, McDonald's. That was my last job.
That was his last job. He worked at McDonald's at 17, and now it's only gone up. It's gotten better.
Yeah.
But no, Cody's doing great things. Follow him on Instagram. He's got a cool life, and he's going to be in Iceland soon, which will be fun to watch. And but he's all around good guy, focused, driven, and deliberate in his work ethic. And so always great to have him on and have, you know, great services like what he's created to help support all of us in our industry as well. So thanks for your time, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, buddy. Make it a great day. Talk soon. Bye for now.